Nisha here, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is gonna kind of be like an update video on my hair. Back in August, I put out a video saying that there are all kinds of things going on with my hair. It was dry, there was breakage, I wasn't retaining length. There's just so many things that were wrong with it, and I was trying to pinpoint the main issues and the main causes for why my hair was just acting a hot mess. And so a lot of y'all enjoyed that video. You could relate to that video. Y'all gave me some helpful tips. And so now I'm kind of coming back and giving y'all an update because I've implemented some of the things that we've talked about, some of the things that y'all have suggested. So I just wanted to talk about those things. But first, before we get into this video, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell. I post new videos usually twice a week. So if you're subscribed, you done hit that notification bell, then you won't miss another upload from me. So let's just go ahead and get into this video. Alright y'all, so I know I'm gonna get questions about my hair. I did not permanently dye my hair. I was playing in some of my favorite temporary hair gels from Gemini Naturals, and this is the color Sunset, which I have right here. Sunset, and it's like this beautiful orange color that when you add to dark hair gives you kind of orangey brown highlights, which I am feeling. I actually put this on top of my XoXo Wash and Go, which I did that XoXo Wash and Go Saturday. Yes, Saturday, and today is Thursday, and you can see that my hair is still super defined. So just wanted to let y'all know, I actually have a coupon code that I'm gonna put down below where you can save 15% off your Gemini Naturals order. I love Gemini Naturals. If you're no stranger to my channel, if you are a follower of mine on Instagram, you know that every now and then I like to play with a little bit of color. So this is a great way to play in color without the commitment and without the damage. So I will have all that information down below. I feel like I'll also get questions about this lip, so I'm gonna have that information down below in the description box as well. But let's get into actual update. So like I mentioned, I put that video out back in August, which I'll link down below in the description box and also up in the cards for you. And I kind of did, following that, like a steps to healthy hair type of videos. The first thing that I did was I did a strong protein treatment, which I'll have that video in the cards right here and down below in the description box. And that protein treatment was bomb. Loved it. Did wonders for my hair. My hair felt super strong and restored. And then I went and did my trim. I went and got my trim professionally done for my girl Zakia. Filmed that for you all. Wasn't the greatest video. You couldn't see everything, but you got to see me get my hair trimmed. And then after that, I did a protective style because I said that I was going to implement more protective styles. So now it's like, okay, you've done those steps. What's step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Where do we go from here? So I wanted to kind of mention the things that I am deciding to do to my hair in order to protect it, in order to retain length, in order to keep it thick and healthy and have that moisture protein balance and all those good things. So the first thing that I am going to implement into my hair care regimen, which I know this is going to be controversial. We as naturals are split kind of in the middle when it comes to this, but I am not going to be shampooing my hair all the time. Back when I felt like my hair was really flourishing, I wasn't really shampooing that often. I was shampooing maybe once a month, but I was cleansing my hair, don't get me wrong. I was doing clay washes, so I was like detoxifying my hair, and I was also doing co-washes and just doing shampoo wash once a month. But then I was watching some other naturals who have beautiful hair, and they're like, yeah, I shampoo all the time, I clarify. And so I was like, maybe I do need to experiment more with shampoos and shampoo my hair. But to be quite honest, I just think that isn't for me. And I think you just have to quit going by what others do all the time and just really look and see what works for you and go with that. So I'm not getting rid of shampoo completely, but I will just be shampooing my hair once a month. So typically there's 4 weeks in a month. So what I'm gonna do is clay wash 1 week, co-wash the next week, shampoo wash the 3rd week, and then co-wash the 4th week. That is what I used to do, and it worked well for me, so I'm going to go back to that. The next thing that I'm gonna be doing that I've already alluded to and have already been doing is protective styling. I am going to try to protective style my hair for a whole week every month. So 1 week out of the month, my hair is gonna be tucked away in various different protective styles, whether that be braids installed or me using my Better Lengths ponytail to, you know, tuck in and kind of hide my hair, whether that be mini twists, mini braids, whatever. I'm gonna try to be creative with those protective styles, but I'm gonna be honest, my go-to protective style is kind of like the 2 milk braids that you just braid back. Well, for me it's twists, and you just tuck it in and go. I know that's not the most glamorous hairstyle, but that's usually what works for me. So I will try to be creative, but I can't promise y'all that I'm gonna be creative with these protective hairstyles all the time. But whenever I am creative, I will film it and y'all will have something to reference to. But just definitely implementing more protective styling in my hair, because that's something that I didn't really do before. Never really done too much in general besides getting my faux locks or my braids in like once or twice a year. So definitely going to be doing more protective styling. So the 3rd thing that I'm going to do is kind of in response to protective styling is that I am going to be doing wash and goes only once a month. So that way I can do my protective styling. I love me a good wash and go. Y'all know I love me a good wash and go, but I'm not gonna lie, having your hair in its super kinky curly state, especially if you have type 4 hair, it is just opening your hair up to locking and twisting and tangling together, and we're trying to avoid knots and tangles so that we can retain the length. I'm going to do wash and goes just once a month, and I think I'm even going to try like in the winter months to limit that even more, just because with wash and goes, your hair, for me, I do it on soaking wet hair and it's cold and you can get sick and all this stuff. So the winter, definitely going to limit it, but in general, I'm going to limit it to once a month. Okay, protein treatments. I mentioned this before in that video where I did the Mender by Botanica. I use that as my protein treatment. That I'm going to try to do like really like strong protein treatments once every quarter. So once every 3 months, I'm gonna go in with a really strong protein treatment. But that doesn't mean that in between that time frame, I'm not gonna use protein at all. I definitely will go in with my conditioners that have protein in it that are more on the lighter side every now and then, just to keep my hair, you know, restored, provide it with the protein that it needs. But I'm definitely going to do it once a quarter. So I think I did my first protein, my really first strong protein treatment in August. So then 3 months would be November. So November is likely when I will do my next protein treatment. So the next thing that I'm going to do is going back to the basics, and that is relying mainly on finger detangling. I, from the get-go, have been a mostly finger detangling type of girl. And then when they introduced the Felicia Leatherwood and the Tangle Teaser and all these other brushes, I was intrigued. And don't get me wrong, like, I love those brushes. They do a great job at detangling my hair, but I will be honest, if there is a knot, a brush is not gonna stop and be like, oh, there's a knot, let me try to maneuver through it. A brush is gonna be like, oh, there's a knot, I'm just gonna yank through it. So with me finger detangling, I can go and try and untangle the knot myself, and then if I can't, then that's when I'll go in with my shears and cut it out. But I would really like to see if I can go through and detangle my knots myself with my fingers. Also, in correspondence to finger detangling, I think whenever I do go to a tool, I think my tool of choice is going to be a wide tooth comb. I used to use wide tooth combs all the time, not all the time, but if I used a tool, that was the tool that I would go to rather than a brush. And I recently went back to a wide tooth combing my hair whenever I really needed to really detangle my hair. And I was like, why did I stop using a wide tooth combs? Wide tooth combs are amazing because the teeth are way more spaced out than a Felicia Leatherwood brush or a Tangle Teezer. They just are just more gentle on your hair, and they still detangle your hair better than your fingers. So I'm definitely gonna go back to my wide tooth combs. Comment down below, like, I'm just curious, like, do you prefer a detangling brush or a wide tooth comb? I think now that I've experienced and experimented with both, I'm definitely more of a wide tooth comb girl, for sure. All right, so you already knew this was coming, but I am not gonna be experimenting with all these new products. I still will experiment a little bit, and I still will provide y'all with reviews on different products like I did with XoXo, but it's gonna be on brands that I truly am interested in, and not necessarily like, oh, I may not be interested in them, but my audience really is, so let me try it. I'm gonna do things that I feel like both of us are interested in. Something that I think my hair will actually like. Like I mentioned before, Pattern Beauty, I was on the fence, but I decided to do it, and that brand just really isn't for me. Same thing with the Main Choices Must Be Magic collection. It didn't really intrigue me too much, but I was like, I know that my audience probably might be interested in this new collection, so let me put it out there. And of course it's great because y'all get to know whether I would recommend these products or not and save your money. At the same time, I am still kind of sacrificing my hair for some of these products, because some of these products are just awful. Just awful and don't work for me. So I am going to try to find a happy balance between fulfilling all my product junkie desires and trying new things and filming that and putting that content out for you, but also going to the basics and really treating my hair with the products that it loves. And that's just that. Next is trimming. So I've been trimming my hair. That's something that I've been an advocate for, something that I've been doing in my hair care regimen. But I think that I am going to focus not only on trimming my hair, but keeping my hair even. One thing that I do love from the trim that I got from Zakia is that she gave me a blunt cut, and there are some layers, like my hair in the front is shorter, but for the most part, my hair is a blunt even cut. And I know that I talked about it in my YouTube Ruined My Hair video, but I really think that keeping it at as much as the same length as possible will help to prevent single strand knots and all of those things. So I'm really going to try to make sure that I do that whenever I do go and cut my own hair. And speaking of cutting and trimming my own hair, I am going to be picking up some new shears. I think mine are dull at this point, and it's probably just best for me to pick up a new pair. Leave comments down below of your suggestions for your favorite shears. The ones that I currently have are by Oster. It's O-S-T-E-R, I think, and I think I either picked them up from Sally's or Target. You know, little cheapy scissors that are sharp or were sharp when I first got them, but probably are dull now and I just need to switch them out. So if you have any shear suggestions, let me know down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. And then the last thing that I want to mention is tailoring my hair care regimen to the season. That's something that I didn't really do before. Products that I use in the summer are products that I use in the winter. Techniques I use in the summer are techniques I use in the winter, and I don't really switch it up. But I do notice that my hair It's more dry during the winter just because of the cold, dry, frigid air. So I want to use things that are heavier in butters, heavier in oils, that are more thick and more creamy, that will really lock in the moisture in my hair and kind of tailor a regimen more for that. It's a little bit difficult here in Georgia to always do that because you never know what kind of winter we gonna get. I remember one winter it got down to like 9 degrees Fahrenheit and I was like, what is this? I ain't never experienced single digit weather like ever. Like in the winter here in the Atlanta area at least, it may get to like the 20 somethings. That's like the coldest I have really seen it. But y'all, that one year it was so cold and it was awful. It was awful. So sometimes we get winters like that where it's really cold, and sometimes we get winters where it's 75 degrees on Christmas Day and I'm up here trying to look cute in my little red Christmas sweater and I'm burning up because it's 75 degrees outside. So I'm going to wait and see what the good Lord brings us here in Atlanta as far as what type of winter we get, and if it's really cold, then I will definitely tailor my hair care regimen and tailor my products and techniques to really keep the moisture in my hair. Summer, if I go outside, the sun dries my hair sometimes, but definitely I experience more dry hair in the winter. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all a quick little update on my hair. If you watched my Eco Slay wash and go, which if you haven't, you need to watch it because that wash and go was bomb. Those products are bomb. I will link that video for y'all as well. But if you saw that, you could just see how nice and just revived my curls are from the trim, from me using products that my hair loves, from me implementing that protein treatment, from me just doing the few protective styles that I have been doing. Like, my curls look so good and I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it that way. You can even kind of see right now like how good my curls look on, I done lost count, day 5 or 6 hair. So just trying to maintain healthy hair because that is my goal. I just want my hair to be healthy, and if I can retain some length in the process, I'm grateful for that too. But I just want thick, luscious, healthy hair at whatever length that it's going to be at. But yes, y'all, if y'all have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of y'all watching. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!